everybody. What's up? I'm back. I'm in a place that has a little bit of internet, and so I decided to come say hi. What's up, everybody? Kerosene, te amo. Te amo to you, KJ. What's up? How you guys doing? I feel like this is kind of a good frame. Got this weird painting behind me. Kind of dramatic lighting. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Hi, I'm David Harbour. Welcome back to the David Harbour Show. I hope I say some stuff tonight that gets articles written about nonsense that I say. Even in this ridiculous thing we're all going through together in the world, they still love to write articles about me blaming Del Toro fans for the failure of my not-so-great movie. So I hope some of you reporters are here tonight as well and can hopefully misrepresent some of the things that I say. I don't know why that, it's just, we're in such a crazy time. Like, the fact that, anybody's writing anything about me, saying anything on Instagram Live is insane. And then the fact that it still has to be so, I don't know, just makes me sad. Makes me feel like we're not going to change as a result of this. Anyway, I don't know why, I just feel like I have to get it off my chest, right off the bat. Listen, it's the David Harbour Show, the late night weird David Harbour broadcasting from somewhere in the countryside of England where he gets an internet show. And so let's do what we do on the show, which is we wash our hands. So I haven't seen you guys in a week, so let's go wash our hands. Here we go. Everybody, come on. You don't have to type. We'll get to the typing. We'll get to the talking and typing part. God, I hope I have internet in here. So set down the phone. Hello from Australia. I'll set down the phone. Come on, let's do this. As you know, my fingers are completely melted off from this horrible technique that I have, but I'm still committed to it. It's kind of not the best angle, is it? It's easy to do. It's an easy thing to do. Get to it. I got a bunch of questions from people, which I'll talk about a little bit, but also, so I think you can touch your face after you wash your hands. Let's hope. But I have an article that I want to read. This was, Lily read this the other night, and so I thought it was really interesting, fun article in the midst of this madness and mayhem, and it sort of relates to the film industry as well. It's from The Guardian. France. Paris lockdown leaves streets stuck in 1942 for abandoned film set. 2 locations frozen in period of Nazi occupation after coronavirus interrupts filming. Residents confined to their homes in a corner of northern Paris have been plunged back to one of the darkest moments of the city's past. 2 streets, Rue Berthe and Rue Andret, in Montmartre, in the shadow of the Sacre-Cœur Basilica, have been left in a time warp of the Nazi occupation after they were returned to 1942 for a film set. The filmmakers were forced to abandon the set when France went into coronavirus lockdown, leaving the streets with fake facades for corset shops, tailors, a shoe repair, and mirror maker, and dotted with war propaganda, anti-communist tracts, and signs in German. The film, Adieu Monsieur Hoffmann, directed by Fred Gavet, is an adaptation of an award-winning play telling the story of Joseph Hoffmann, a Jewish jeweler in Paris at the start of the war, who was forced to hide in the cellar of his shop as the Nazis take over the city. Described as a black comedy, the film stars Daniel Autiel, who, despite dozens of international films to his name, including 1999's The Lost Son, is still best remembered for his role in the 1980s films Jean de Florette with Gerard Depardieu and Manon de Source with Emmanuel Biert. The film is due out. I apologize to all the French people watching. The film is due out next year, and the set was supposed to have been dismantled last weekend. Instead, it provides an eerie reminder of a bygone era when the streets were similarly deserted by many in fear of the German occupiers. A sign in the window of a fake pharmacy, "Dear customers, because of a lack of deliveries, certain articles are out of stock," is an example of life imitating art, imitating life. Paris was occupied by Nazi Germany from 14th of June 1940 until 24th of August 1944. The puppet French state under Marshal Philippe Pétain relocated to Vichy while General Charles de Gaulle organized the Free French and resistance forces from London. During Nazi control of the city, French police rounded up Jews who were sent to the death camps. Meanwhile, the nightclubs of Montmartre remained open, profiting from a new clientele of German officers and soldiers, while nighttime brought black marketers onto the streets. Tim McInerney, a university lecturer in British and Irish cultural history in Paris and co-host of the Irish Passport podcast, tweeted, "Just in case quarantine Paris wasn't disorienting enough, my neighborhood was being used as a film set when the lockdown hit. Now the whole block has been left frozen in 1941. He later said Paris is, of course, haunted by the legacy of the occupation. There's a school down the road that has a plaque telling how many Jewish children were deported. The dark shadows are already there, so to recreate it is quite unsettling. Even more so, as a lot of things written on the posters are happening right now. One poster from the film set said everyone must keep off the streets between 11:30 p.m. and 4 a.m., which seemed a little close to home, as just before I had to show my permit to be outside to the police. It's a strange situation." He said parts of the film set has been pillaged and ripped down by souvenir hunters. And I thought that was a funny, interesting article about life imitating art, imitating life. So how is everybody doing? I'm okay. I'm here with my girlfriend and her two children, 7 and 8. And I've been thrust into a parenting role very quickly. I've really only played it on television, and it's very difficult. What you parents, teachers, child care providers do is kind of extraordinary. I get very little respect from these children. I'm surprisingly not authoritative at all. And they walk all over me, and I give them whatever they want. So they're going to grow up to be horrible human beings, primarily as a result of me. I apologize to the world. They're great kids. We have fun, but it's hard, you know. We're like locked in the wing of this room, which is sort of a friend of a friend has a place out here. And it had an open wing, and so we're here. We can go out. We needed the space for the kids to go run in the fields and stuff, and so we do have a lot of like grass outside. There's like sheep, stuff like that. So the kids run around, I run around, play frisbee, stuff like that. So, you know, it's okay. And it's just, I have like good days and bad days. Like we just got the internet set up here, so I got some Netflix. So I feel okay. But you know, I have days where I feel very nervous about the whole state of the situation, and I read too much, and it drives me crazy. And then I have days where I feel actually really positive about things. Like I feel like, wow, this is going to make a lot of change in the world. A lot of things are, you know, I was just reading. I mean, I was watching a little bit of Cuomo's video. I tend to watch his briefings every day, and you know what he was talking about in terms of the idiotic systems that are set up between, you know, private businesses and how sort of all that melts away in a crisis like this, and you start to really view it from the outside and go, oh yeah, all this stuff is idiotic, but when we're in it, just in our daily lives, it seems so precious and so, you know. Anyway, I think he's doing a really great job and getting a lot of stuff done in New York that I think without him wouldn't be possible. But it's really interesting to hear him speak about that. And even just speak about just the redundancies and idiotic things in the federal government, just him and all these other states bidding for ventilators, and then FEMA coming on and bidding against everybody for these ventilators, like each state bidding, and then FEMA coming in and bidding, and just how insane the whole process is, and driving up the price of these ventilators that are much needed. Anyway, it seems crazy, but it does, you know, comfort me to hear him talk about it, speak about it honestly, and like, you know, forthrightly and stuff. So anyway, you know, I go back and forth. I'm sure like a lot of you. And I do want to say, if anybody out there is a hospital worker, or someone who works in a nursing home, or police officer, fireman, somebody who works in a grocery store, somebody who works at Amazon and delivers packages, someone who works at a grocery store and bags groceries. Like, I'm amazed at how dependent I am on all of you, and how, and certainly doctors and nurses, but we are in your debt for this time when you show up where we are quarantined away. And I just can't say thank you enough, and I don't think I will ever look at a supermarket the same way. We had to go last week to get our weekly shopping in, and I didn't know what would be up here in the wilds of England, and so we were waited outside, 2 meters apart with our carts waiting to go inside, and I literally thought we'd walk in and be like a tin of beans and people, but there was like, Brussels sprouts and like avocados, and I just couldn't believe how excited I was to see a Brussels sprout. I don't think I've ever been quite that stimulated in a long time. I mean, and just the appreciation of that simplicity, and like the fact that knowing that Brussels sprout was brought from someone, grown somewhere, brought from someone on a truck, brought to that supermarket. There were people at the registers of that supermarket. There were people at the front doors of that supermarket. There were managers managing all of that. There was, and I was so grateful for every single one of those people. And there were, oh, look who it is. There's Carabuono, everybody. Wow, Carabuono's in the chat. Sorry, I just saw that. I'm going to try that. Let's see what we can... see if this works. I don't know if she's unable to join. Sorry, Carabuono's unable to join. Tried to get it. Oh my God, Ingrid Michael said, "What's up?" Anyway, I was just so grateful for just those simple things. And yeah, I'm extraordinarily dependent on this society. I did buy a book on soil farming, and I have thought about going out and starting some kind of farm. And then I'm like, who am I kidding? Like, I need people that know how to do those things. And that's just what it is. So, you know, I guess all I can do really is just show my gratitude. Um, just say, if you deliver packages for Amazon, you are awesome. And I have ordered so much stuff in the past week that I just have needed, just like little things. And I so appreciate what you do. And you are putting yourself on the front line. If you're a doctor or a nurse, I so appreciate what you do. If you bag groceries at your local Whole Foods or whatever, I so appreciate what you do. And I will never forget this time, because before this I didn't. And now I really, really do. So it's been tremendously enlightening for me. And that's, I guess, a silver lining. I mean, I guess it's a silver lining. And I just hope that, we get out of this with as little, just as safely as we possibly can. And then we remember that we're all in this together. And that, I hope that this gratitude extends to bring us closer together. But that is a very, rosy view of this thing at this point. And as I say, it goes back and forth. So let me ask you some questions, and then I'll maybe invite a couple of you weird people who want to watch me do a weird live at night onto my live with me. Favorite 80s band? Oh, man. All right, I don't know, but like off the top of my head, In Excess. Remember that song that was just like 8, like Kate, then 8, you know that song? It just had like 8, it just rhymed 8. How's your book? Looking forward to reading it. Greetings from Puerto Rico. M. Luciano. It's good. I mean, I haven't been able to write anything in this time period. I really want to get back to it. I have a bunch of stuff written, and I don't know what to do. I gotta finish it, but I'm a little freaked out. Is Black Widow really going to be released digitally? I doubt it. Last I heard, it wasn't. I had said that, that I thought it'd be fun just to see it, because I just want to see it. I think it'd be fun in this time, but I don't think it's going to happen. Is Hopper alive? Well, go watch that little video we dropped on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, and see if that bald dude in prison looks familiar. What was your favorite song they used in season 3 of Stranger Things? That Peter Gabriel Hero song, I could listen to that all day long. I love that song. We used it in season 1 too, but songs I just put on my iPods or whatever, I walk around New York City song over and over again. Do you guys do that? I have like songs where I can just go weeks, and I could just like, it's the same song, just come to my iPod, and then it'll go into the next song, and I'll just hit that back button, and I'll say to myself, I'm not gonna do it again, I'm gonna keep going on, and then I just hit it again, because I just love that, whatever song that is. So Peter Gabriel, Heroes, that was for a while. What are your opinions of canceling season 4? I hope we don't. I hadn't heard that we were going to cancel it. So hopefully, IG Sunny 27. You don't know something I don't know. Any movie recommendations? Wow, that's a good. Okay, I got a wacky movie recommendation. I know you're not going to be able to find it because I can't find it. I think I got to order the DVD, and I think it takes now it's kind of a non-essential thing, so maybe I'll be able to watch it in 2 months. But it's based on that article I just read you about the Paris thing. There's a movie called Underground, which is about former Yugoslavia. Um, and it was in 1995 it came out. And it's basically about the, you know, like Yugoslavia during the war. And it's about these two kind of friends, brothers, really, who one of them, they both go underground at one point to make munitions for the war, and then one of them eventually traps the other sort of underground with this manipulation, and tells them that the war is still going on for years and years and years, decades. And eventually, at some point, the friend breaks out and he breaks onto a movie set that they're making a movie of their lives back in the back when they were in the war. And so he stumbles on that set, and a lot of the actors that played them when they were younger were there. So there was like a Nazi who they knew, and now is being played by an actor. And of course, the guy, whatever, it's a good movie, you gotta watch it. Can you please guest me? I'm so upset that my school is canceled till May. I don't know. Only if I like saw you immediately could I guest you. So I don't know how to do that. What is going to happen with Harbour? It's so good. I hope we can finish it. You still going to do that Twitch channel? Wow, somebody does listen. Gem 367. Yeah, I want to do that Twitch channel. I think I got to set up, but I got to do something like I had to get some kind of monitor or something because, you know, like I don't know. A friend told me about Nightbot or something, and I just need some kind of monitor because, you know, people say horrible things in chat and stuff, and those Twitch things, and you gotta, you know, or they do thing. I don't know. My friend was saying you gotta watch out for that. So once I figure out how to get it moderated, I may start to do that. Let's see. Let's see what we got, because I think it would be fun. What is your greatest fear? Wow, that's a good question. My greatest fear is spiders and the ocean. Yeah, we had a spider in here the other day that was about as big as, it was like, you know, like a perspective. It was like a, you know, like a healthy spider on the wall. And I had Lily go take care of that because that is not my jam. I will, if you have a snake, I love snakes, but I will not mess with a spider. Love You from Iraq. Love Stranger Things. What's your favorite thing about acting? My favorite thing about acting is my favorite thing about acting, I think it's a way for me to make sense of like what I don't understand in human beings. I think I'm kind of an innocence in a certain way. Like I don't really, although I have my own terrible issues, I don't really understand the violence in people, and I don't really understand. And so acting helps me to understand these things. It helps me to understand, give like a framework to people's, you know, best and worst desires. How's your day so far? My day so far today has been great because we have a nanny around here who took the kids for a while, and it made my life. I had like 5 hours when I like just got to do what I wanted. What actions would you recommend for a boy wanting to become a TV or film actor? Just act in everything you possibly can at any given, for no money, to do whatever. Just get Will you marry me? Sorry, I can't. Okay. We did some questions. We washed some hands. We read an article. Now I'm going to try to do that thing. How did I do that thing before? where I like invite someone. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, I'm terrible at this thing. Alright. Someone has to Someone has to explain to me how I did that thing before where I like looked at the viewers. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is horrible. I apologize. Is it more fun? It seems like I get more viewers when I just don't know how anything works and it's just me trying to figure stuff out. The Instagram, I don't know what I'm doing. Really, it's supposed to be really not entertaining for people. Oh my god. I had figured this out before. I can't figure it out now. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, figuring it out now. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Who works in a grocery store? Or who works in an Amazon in a factory, or who's still going to work? Who's an essential actor? I mean, essential worker. I'm reading the chat while I do this. Is there anybody out there who works in a grocery store, or is a nurse, or a doctor, or Brandon? Are you really work in an essential field? Let's see.
Holy! Oh my
God, Brandon! Don't curse on my thing.
I'm so sorry. I almost did. How's it going, man?
All right, man. How are you, Brandon? Are you really working in an essential field?
I'm a cashier. Yeah.
No, for real?
No, for real.
Amazing.
I can show you my work uniform.
No, I believe you. I trust you, man. Where are you from?
I'm from Maryland.
And what's your name?
Brandon.
Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
From Maryland. How's things in Maryland, man?
It's pretty bad. It's not as bad, but like my grocery store is like really busy and stuff, and like there's not many supplies left, and we're basically on full quarantine now. So,
What do you guys go? You guys go in though?
yeah, we can go in if we don't want to. They can hold us accountable for it.
But you've been going in?
Yeah.
I applaud you, man.
Because we're making more money an hour.
Oh, nice. Good. I'm happy about that, man.
Yeah.
Is there a big protocol there? Like, do you guys wear gloves and stuff? Or
we can wear gloves. We're actually not allowed to wear masks,
really?
Which is like really weird.
Yeah.
But a lot of people aren't working and stuff because of all this.
Yeah.
So I just stay in my house and watch Stranger Things.
Yeah? You like that show?
I love it. I'm in love with it. I've watched season 1, 2, and 3 so many times. It's not even funny.
Yeah. Who's your favorite? What's your favorite season?
Season 3, by far.
Yeah. That's pretty good, right?
It made me cry every single time I've watched it. But then I saw the season 4 trailer and I was like, hey.
You happy that Hopper's alive?
I'm extremely happy.
I'm happy that you're alive too, pal. And I thank you for everything you do, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Stay strong. It's great that you're out there on the front lines, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Anyway, really nice talking to you, Brandon.
Yeah, you too.
Later.
See ya.
Look at that. We got Brandon working in the Maryland grocery store. So cool, man. You know, people are very cool. Um, anyway, that was nice. This is a nice get back into the live thing. I haven't had internet for a while now. I have it. We read a nice article. We washed our hands. We got to talk to Brandon. Maybe we'll do it again tomorrow, the next day. I'll let you know. Thank you guys for coming out. Good talk to you.